Hey everybody. So all right, this is like gonna be my final video on this portion of everything, and I did not do well on my juice cleanse, you guys, and here are the reasons why. I did not plan adequately. I bought my juices and I still had like a meal that I cooked from the night before. And when it's just you don't have like any kids or anybody else that you're feeding, like I overcook a lot. And I was like, oh well, I'll just eat this one meal. And I ate it and I had my juice. It was okay. But then the next day I ate some more food. And even though it was like one meal for that day, to me, it was still, I still wasn't cleansing because I was eating, and then the things that I was eating wasn't like, they were not healthy. They were not healthy meals. So I was like, okay, I didn't do well. And I knew by day like 3 that I wasn't going to do well. But what I wanted to do is just push through and just stay with the commitment and just go from there. And one thing about failure is admitting that you failed at something, taking accountability for it, and just trying again. And I wasn't going to upload the videos, but it takes so much energy and time to just, say, I'm going to go to work 8, sometimes 10 hours, do my walks, do whatever stuff I need to do for the business, and then come home and work some more, and record, and which is why like some of my videos are short. I am going to play a video at the beginning of this video, so hopefully it uploads right. If it doesn't, you won't see it, but if it does, you will see it. And that was like the last video I recorded before I said, okay, I'm really, really tired. I can't do it. I worked like that last Friday of the juice cleanse from 8 till 9:30 at night. I was so sleepy. I was so tired. And, of course, I didn't walk that day or exercise on Friday. I just waited until like Saturday to do it. But I was exhausted. And I don't want to say necessarily like time management is an issue, but because I'm working on that. But I do want to, have a healthier lifestyle, and I want to upload more YouTube videos and still have this business, and I still have to go to work. And sometimes I feel like, can I do all that? And there are a few creators that I follow that have businesses, that have children, that have classes and courses, and still able to do those things. Now, do they have help? I don't know. Maybe they probably do, but I feel like being consistent will just get me there. And here's how I got to this point anyway. So I was just sitting on the couch one day just thinking of stuff like, okay, like, I kind of started feeling like at a standstill. Like, what are you doing? You're not moving. You're not doing this business stuff fast enough. You're not doing that. And you know how it goes, you guys. We all get to a point where we like are comparing ourselves to other people. We are not like staying in our lane. We're not staying true to ourselves. And you really can't do that. Those things are just distractions, just to cut you off. And if anybody's going to college, if you're going to college, one of the things about college is, if you had a bad semester, that you just do, you could take the course over, you could, drop the class before you fail the class, or, you could just take another elective to bring your grades up. There are things you can do, but the end goal is still, if I have these many hours, I can graduate. And in life, you don't really have, not a lot of people, and I would just say for me, don't have that plan. Like, when you go to work, you got to grocery shop, you got to pay your bills, you got to get the oil change, you have to relax, I got to do some self-care stuff. When all that stuff happens, sometimes things fall behind, and it's like, how do I catch up? How do I catch up? How do I do this? And that's pretty much where I am right now in my life. It's like, how do I do this? How do I catch up from where I felt like I dropped the ball? So I was sitting on the couch one day, and I was like, you know, I started YouTube in 2019, and I really love my channel. Like, I love like trying new foods. I love like when I was interviewing people, and you know, things happen, or a COVID happened, the Texas freeze happened and caused my home to flood, and that wasn't a good turnout, like for me, with like working with bad contractors and things of that sort. And it was just like moving out my house, then moving back in, then dealing with contractors that didn't have my best interest, from my experience. It was a lot, and it seemed like it was always something. It was always something, and every time I try to catch up, it's like I was knocked back down like 2 pegs. And I was like, when I was sitting on the couch, something that came up on my feed on my Instagram, and we've all heard this before. What you're doing now is what you'll be doing like 5 years from now. What you're working on now is contributing to what you're doing 5 years from now. And this goes back to being in college, what you're doing freshman year. All this stuff contributes to what you're doing senior year till you graduate. And I was thinking, you know what? I started this in 2019. Had I just pushed through and not gotten sad, not gotten distracted, not been like, I just can't do this right now. And it's okay to step away, but I'll be stepping away for like 6 months every other year. And had I did the right thing or stayed consistent, where at least I was doing a month, I could have been monetized. I could have been so much further than I was. And I was like, you know, I'm gonna start back. I'm just gonna push through this time. And I always come on here. I always come on this channel, like, you know, I say, guess what, you guys? I'm back with this. I'm back with that. And then something else happens and I'm not back. So I was like, I'm not gonna say anything about being back and being gone. I'm just gonna start recording. And it's like, well, what do I talk about? I don't want to talk about everything that I've been through. I'm not ready to talk about that. That's personal, and I haven't gotten there yet. Some people can get on here and be like uber transparent and tell all their business. I'm just not there yet. I said, hey, listen, my house got flooded, COVID happened, other life situations happened, and I had to chill. You know, I was working full time. I was trying to start a business. I was busy and tired. Now, granted, you see some things on like Instagram and things of that sort. And my baby died. My baby died. My little dog died. And that was like the grand finale. That took me down. I would like pull up in front of the house and not see that little face and cry in the car. Coming in my own home was getting depressing. And then when I would go for walks without her, trying to get out the house, I would cry on my way back. Like, I would do like one lap and come home and just cry because I was walking by myself. So I'm gonna switch gears and change subjects because I'm getting emotional just thinking about it, because I'm still hurt. And I still miss my dog. But what I'm losing my thought now because that bothered me. But what I wanted to say is, I knew I needed to do something to get back on track with my hobbies. Like, this is a hobby for me. This is something that I enjoy doing on the side, and this is something that I enjoy doing for free. Now, if it starts to ever make money, then great. And that's what I wanted to. That is the goal. But I am enjoying it. But I knew that I didn't want to continue to do like foodie stuff all the time. It's fine like when you're out stuff, but I was like purposely going places like, I'm going to try this place for, you know, the channel or whatnot. And you can't do that when you're gaining weight. You can't. You have to pivot. You have to shift. You have to do something else. And even with the interviews and things of that sort, like, you know, everybody can't do the weekend. People have families. Everybody can't come on my show at night. It's good to get them and these people have businesses, so it's good to kind of schedule them during the week. And then with me, you know, I would have to work my full-time job, come home, change clothes, head downtown for, you know, the interview and stuff like that, which is, again, fine. But it was also very, very challenging. And so I was like, I needed something. If I'm going to do this and I'm going to start, trying to commit and be consistent, I need something where it's something I'm doing in this on topic. And the on topic thing was, oh, well, I'm gonna do this juice cleanse. Let me just talk about that in my experience. That's how I'll do it, and it'll be a few videos, and I will record and just talk about my experience. Bet. All right, cool. So that's what I did, and recording every day was very challenging. Even though some of my videos, or most of my videos, are like 5-6 minutes long, if that. It's a lot because you have to be ready for it. And of course, I wasn't ready for all those. I wasn't camera ready today. I decided to put on makeup. I got my little hair and everything like that. But the other days, I wasn't ready to do all that. I wasn't ready. And I was like, do you want to put this out there? It's like, yeah, why not? If you're talking about juicing and this is not like an influencer channel, just put it out there. If this is what you want to do. Because there's been times I recorded videos and it's just like, I don't like that. I see my eczema breaking out. Like, look at this. It is what it is at this point. Like, I could either, continue to like hide behind it, or just record and keep going. So that was my motivation, to just record and keep going. And also, I told you why I basically failed at everything, but that's pretty much where I am with everything now. This is of course ending the cleanse, the food, the eating once a day wasn't bad, but it wasn't the plan. The plan was to juice. And I have juiced before. I have actually juiced for 7 days before, but I made my own juices. And I think when you make your own and you put that love in yourself, it's not as bad. But that's what I did. And I'm also like planning some stuff for my birthday too, so I was busy with that. But yeah, that's pretty much what I did and where I was with things. But I think when you make your own juice, you make them to your taste. Because sometimes some of the juices I was drinking, I was like, they're okay, but it ain't my favorite. I don't really like this. So you drinking it and you're making yourself drink it. Then on top of that, you're hungry. Then it's in this Texas heat. It's high. It's like 95 degrees. Then I'm at work for 10 hours. It just wasn't, I didn't not adequately prepare for all those challenges. But when I make my own juices, I made them to my taste. And I like them. I like drinking them more. And like I said, pressed juices were not bad. It's just was not like something that I would make for myself. Like some of it, like the lemon and ginger, it might have been too strong and stuff like that. So I kind of felt like I was making myself do something that I didn't want to do. So that's pretty much it. So I wanted to be transparent with you guys and tell you guys that. And I hope y'all ain't mad at me. And we just, watch the videos thinking that, oh my gosh, she's going to lose like 10 pounds. And then I came on here like, listen, y'all, I messed up, child. All right, we ain't stop. And had some juice. But that's it. So we'll try again. And I just don't know if I can record every day. I might have to record every other day or something like that, or do it in one video. Because I was like, oh, okay, I'll just do like, a daily video. It might just have to be one video where I'm like, I record and just put all the clips together, day 1, day 2, day this, and just do that. Because that was very challenging. And I wanted to go work on like batch videos and things of that sort. And I was telling my best friend, like, girl, I don't know if I'm a batch girly. I don't know. I would have, in order for me to be a batch girl, I would have to like do something like this where I have a couple of topics that I want to talk about and things that, I want to share on like a little notepad or something like that, where I could just go off of that and just talk about that. And I might do a few videos like that. I ain't changing no shirt to appear like I'm doing a different day. I'm going to record and I'm going to clip them and I'm going to schedule and post them. That's what I'm gonna do if I have to do that. But as of now, we're just gonna post this, and we might just, the goal is to just try to get something up weekly. And I hate when I say the word try, because when I say that, I feel like I'm not gonna do it. But I also don't want to see this and then 6 months later, hey you guys, I'm back, I've been good, da, 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 da. Like I don't want that. I don't want to do that anymore. So that's it. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But I don't know. All right, you guys, so that's the story. So if you have some juice recipes you want to share, you can. If you want to share some words of encouragement, you can. If you want to share anything, I am under a dermatologist for my eczema. I am going to talk about my eczema one day, because I used to have really pretty skin. Like, it's already like good and melanated and stuff. And I think over the years, and maybe the environment too, like when you, like I moved from Georgia to here, like probably my 3rd year, the eczema just started. It just started being crazy and flaring up like crazy. So you know, if anybody has like any good tips or anything like that, like I put lotion on before this video. Look, can you see? Look at that. Look how dry that is. And I put lotion on before this video. This one's not as dry, but this hand, where's the camera? Yeah, see how dry it is? So it just gets dry. My skin just stay dry all the time, and I stay thirsty all the time too. So I don't know. But anywho's, I'm about to go. I'm gonna upload this video real quick, and I'm gonna wash my face and take a shower and get prepared for the work day tomorrow. So, and my goal today was like, hey, you gotta finish this YouTube video by all means necessary, anything necessary. What is it called? I don't remember, but this is like, I think it's like it's past 10 o'clock right now. So I don't know, you know, when these are gonna post, but it's past 10 o'clock right now. So, and I'm just pretty much wrapping up my day. I'm tired. I wanna get into bed and watch some American Dad and stuff like that, and just go from there. So that's it. I'll see you guys later. Peace.